How many of you know what ChatGPT is? I figure a third of the universities will go broke in the next 5 years.
One of the company's artificial intelligence systems has become a sentient being.
Showing an image, or you look at something and say, tell me about this. We want to bring all that as experiences to our users. And I think AI will end up playing a powerful role, and I'm very excited about it.
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes.
It was just in November last year when I thought that Andrew Tate would be the biggest and the last sensation of the year 2022. On 1st December 2022, this gentleman named Sam Altman tweeted this on Twitter: the introduction of ChatGPT in our life. And in just 5 days, it crossed over 1 million mark. I could just wish that our YouTube channel also grows like this. ChatGPT comes with a lot of advantages, yet people have so many concerns about it. The most debated topic of today is, will it kill Google or not? There are very mixed opinions about it. So let's try to simplify it and understand it from its root. And the real question should be how Google is in danger. What impact does ChatGPT will bring to Google? How ChatGPT will hamper the $208 billion of revenue of Google? So for this, you have to understand how Google earn money. A majority of Google's income comes from the search ads and the display ads. So when you search something on Google, you'll see some ad in usually the first, second and third position on the search engine result page, and those actually work on pay-per-click model. Pay-per-click is nothing but a form of advertisement where the company will pay Google only when the users come and click on those ads. If no one is clicking, then Google will not get paid. And let's say you open one of the links, usually see some of the display ads here and there while you are reading blog. Now Google earns through these display ads as well. But because now we have ChatGPT, people who used to search about simple things, conceptual based things, now they will rather go on ChatGPT and type their query and they can get it sorted very quickly. So why is that? There are a few disadvantages with Google search engine. For example, you want to know about what is inflation. Let's suppose you go on Google search engine and you type your query, what is inflation? Most of those blogs are very lengthy. So your query might be just to know what is inflation, which could be covered in maximum 8 lines. An explanation with an example, that's it. But the person who is actually putting out the blog will write a very lengthy passage of more than 1,000 words, or in some cases even 2,000 words. Because the kind of mechanism that Google works upon is that the crawler always look at the content, and if content is more, then the blog has higher chances of getting ranked at the first place. And because it is written by a human being, so the content highly depends upon the knowledge and experience of the blogger. So there are a huge chance that you might not even understand what it is and you will move to the next blog and the next blog. Now with ChatGPT, you can ask what is inflation. ChatGPT will give you a very succinct and subtle explanation of what inflation is. If you don't understand, you can ask again that, hey ChatGPT, please explain to me in layman terms. You can ask it to use an example while explaining. You can ask for another example and then another example. In this way, you will end up knowing what it is and you can just ponder upon various questions. If people are getting better responses with ChatGPT and they are not searching these terms on Google, well, in long term, the traffic will lose down and all the companies will not be in a position to run Google ads, which will put them in a position where they might have to draw out. This is to all the content creators out there. It is high time that you get to know these two terms, which is very essential. Number one, inbound strategy and outbound strategy. Inbound strategy is something that we all do. We first figure out what people are searching for. Let's say you got to know that there is a huge search volume for a query called what is SEO. So you created content around what is SEO and you published it. Now because of ChatGPT, I know that if I go to ChatGPT and ask this question, it will help me understand the topic more easily. You have to just move away from this simple question to answer based queries, and you have to move towards what is called outbound strategy. In outbound strategy, you don't try to figure out what people are searching for. There are a lot of content where people need to understand. Let's say you are a viewer of Make Per Click and you are regularly watching and you're a very smart guy. So you have theoretical knowledge about what SEO is. You know what are backlinks and what are all these things. You have a knowledge about it. So here on MPC, I have implemented SEO on various projects. I have some experience of SEO and I've already made a lot of mistakes when it comes to search engine optimization. So my level of SEO is not just limited to conceptual level, but I also have an empirical knowledge of SEO as well. So I'm at a position where I can generate content like 10 myths about YouTube SEO. What changes will come in SEO after the advent of ChatGPT? What is the role of AI in search engine optimization? What will be the impact of this new Google's algorithm on the search engine optimization? Now, people may not be actively searching for content like this, but if I generate such content and I push it along, there are a huge chance that you will click on those content and you will read it or watch it if it is in a video form. And believe it or not, some smart people have already been doing it for a very long time. And people who are actually intuitively interested towards any topic, if they are not doing blogging just to earn money, but they're doing it out of passion, they generate content like this. And a huge example of this is Neil Patel. If you don't know about Neil Patel, he's like the digital marketing guru of our era. So if you read his content, you'll know that okay, this guy is writing with some level of experience. He's someone who can comment on SEO, on even the existence of SEO, because he has been applying and practicing it for more than 15-20 years. Now I'm in no position to comment on what Google must do, but I can suggest general people to be ready about what could come. And there are a huge chances of the whole algorithm system getting changed because of the kind of competition that ChatGPT has brought to the table. Now, Google realized this problem that now for simple question answer queries, people will not be going on search engine, they would rather go to ChatGPT. And the kind of content which will go up will be these outbound form of content where, and people who are creating content from some level of intuition. Now, having said all of these things, there are a huge chances of literally nothing happen. In long term, you can hypothesize about Google losing its traffic, of course, but in short term, that is in 1 or 2 years, literally nothing will happen because we are kind of hooked to the culture of Google. We don't even say that, hey, type something on search engine. We say, Google it. Google has so much ingrained in all the cultures of all sort of people around the globe, such that we start perceiving Google as not just a company but an action word, and something that hooks you, something that comes to your habit will take a very long time, or something really huge, revolutionary at a very mass scale to get you away from it. I know that if I have to read something about finance, then Money Control is a kind of blog that I would go for. If I have to find out something related to future projection or a past assessment of any sector, then I would go to Statistica. And there are some other websites like this. Like, these are my go-to options in all the cases. ChatGPT might not replace these. I have subscribed to Neil Patel's newsletter, so whenever it comes, I just go and read it because he's creating a content that will always cater to me. He's not trying to explain me what is SEO. He's trying to explain me that, hey, be ready for this algorithm. This might affect SEO in this way. He will suggest me, see, this is how the whole algorithm system is changing throughout the last 15 years or so. So this could happen in future. So be ready for it. This is something that you must focus on because this is something that has been happening for a long time. And such kind of content intrigues you, will hook you to read. So if you have started your blogging journey, don't be threatened by it. Just change the strategy of your content and you'll be good to go. Plus, use ChatGPT to your advantage. Let's say I'm creating a content around any topic, an outbound form of content, but I want to get my conceptual knowledge very clear. So I would first just type on like, hey, tell me all the nuances or all the parameters that comes under this XYZ topic. So ChatGPT will give me everything. And even if I miss something in my mind, I can directly get it. If I'm not able to get the idea, I can ask ChatGPT, hey, what do you think about this particular topic? And it will give me the explanation, or I will ask him, hey, give me one example, give me another example. So I can get my conceptual clarity very sorted with ChatGPT, and then I can use it in my actual content. Some people are actually using the exact content and putting it on blog, and it is actually working, and it will work for a few times really well. But just consider this, if a lot of people are going to do that, it will stop working at some point of time, and you might come under some plagiarism thing. I believe it's a high time to be creative. No matter who you are, if you think that your jobs are going to get impacted by ChatGPT, it will not unless you are a creative being and you consider your topic as something that you are actually interested about. So to conclude this video, don't be threatened. Use ChatGPT to your advantage. Leverage all the content from ChatGPT and just change your strategy of creating content. Whoever you are, if you may be a coder, you may be a programmer, you may be a content creator, you may be someone who have a lot of clients you cater to, and all the problems that you might have in 1 to 2 years, nothing substantial will happen, and people who will leverage ChatGPT to their advantage are going to achieve success very fast. And if you hate ChatGPT for some reason, that would be very obnoxious of you. I've heard some people saying that, hey, I've started to hate ChatGPT because it might eat my job. Dude, no one will eat your job in the next 2 years. Have it. And Sam Altman himself has come out and said that ChatGPT is in a very nascent stage and it is still in testing phase. It will get better with time and you have to see how they are going to monetize it. There are a lot of things. I don't want you to get confused with it. I just want you to have a positive attitude after watching this video. Don't forget to like this video so the message gets spread to a lot of people, and share this with your close ones so that they get to know about what is happening in the real world and they take advantage of it. And I will be creating a lot of videos around artificial intelligence and how it will carve your future. I will also tell you about the ways you can start earning, and I am also experimenting some of the things of my own. I recently created a code for a Chrome extension of my own which will record my screen time, and it actually worked, and I was amazed to see that. We've always complained about the system not catering to the creative people. We've always said that they are trying to make us machines or something. Well, now you literally have a machine to do that job. So it's time for you to be creative again. It really doesn't matter what your college and school is preaching right now. It's time for you to change the course, and you will. If you have watched the video till now, then kudos to your patience, and there is no reason for you to not become an NPCian by subscribing to this channel. If you're obsessed with growth and if you're someone who like business case studies, marketing and digital marketing in general, then do subscribe to MPC, and I'll meet you in the next one.